Welcome back to Wood and Shop. I'm Joshua Farnsworth. So a few months ago I bought a hewing hatchet, which is a single beveled hatchet used for carpentry, for being able to make a smooth side when you're cutting your own wood. And I had some trouble. It has a wedge in there, but it kept coming loose, as you can see here. And I tried everything. I talked to a lot of people and couldn't figure out a solution until I talked to the master, Roy Underhill. I was down filming a video in his school, the Woodwright School, and I put this problem before him. So he looked at it and then he diagnosed it for me, and he said, even though there's already a wooden wedge in there, he said go get a little metal wedge like this and create a secondary wedge. So what you do is put it here and turn it a little bit to the angle so it was diagonal, and then wedge that in. And he said that will spread the first wedge in and tighten it up. So let's give it a try and see if Dr. Roy is correct in his diagnosis.
Okay, so I've got this hatchet here, and this hewing hatchet here in my workbench vise. It would probably be easier just to put it on the ground, but for filming's sake it's a little easier to do it this way. So I was attempting to do this without a chisel, just setting this little metal wedge in there by itself, but the way mine is there's kind of a peak at the top. So I am just going to try, and you're seeing my first attempt at this, so I am no professional on this. We're in this together. So I'm going to just take I've got a whole bunch of mallets here. Actually, first, make sure that you've got the head down tight with your dead blow mallet. And then I'm going to set a chisel in here, give us a little starter hole, and see how that works. I may need to make it a little wider, but let's give it a try. I'm going to hold that there and then take my favorite claw hammer. It's this octagonal wood-handled hammer I like. Oh, and lo and behold, that's it. Now let's see, you'll notice it's pushing the wedge down, so what I should probably do is give it some wax on the floor. That's what I'll do. I'll pause it right here and we'll get it down in there. Okay, so I'm having to put it down on the floor, so you might as well just start on the floor. So to keep the first wedge in, I'm just tapping it in like that and just rotating back and forth between doing that and then smacking this metal wedge in. Because when I knock the metal wedge in, it tends to knock the first wedge down. So let's keep going back and forth. All right, it looks like I got it secured in there. You can see that the handle here is nice and tight up against there. So it seems to have worked. So I'll give it a try and see how it works if it stays tight. Let me just attempt to pull, and this seemed to have loosened it up before. Please ignore my poison ivy right there. Don't go fishing in poison ivy patches. All right, this is really securely on there. That would have loosened it before. So I guess Dr. Roy is correct. This works perfectly.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can certainly subscribe up there somewhere so that you can see my future traditional woodworking videos, and you can like the video as well. Down below the video you'll also find a description section where you'll find links to products that I've used in this video, as well as other resources such as my 10 steps to getting started in traditional woodworking and other free tutorials on how to get started. So thanks for watching.